a medium.
Okay.
And a medium black coffee.
Gotcha.
Good one.
Nice.
Turn that shit up in the headphones. Thank you. Listen, baby. I know what you're thinking, this is mad disrespectful. I say fuck it though. Lil Chris. Take her back to the first grade. Middle class, both pants had to work late. Remember running around the playground chasing the girl of my dreams, but I only got the first base.
Hey, how's it going? If you're new to the channel, I hope to keep you around. I hope you like what we do here. So with that, as aforementioned, the video is about not having an exhaust. I took the exhaust off this truck, 2014 F-250 with a 6.7 liter diesel. Instead of putting an exhaust, a muffler, or even a straight pipe, resonator, anything, I just left the exhaust off. It dumps right under the cab. I just wanted to kind of talk about that because depending on who you are, what you do with the truck, kind of place you live in, it might be a good option. Right, and it's snowing. Oh my god. It's snowing. Honest to God, it's snowing. I don't say you can see it on the camera though. Welcome to Labrador. So we are going up a hill here, pretty steep. So it is pretty loud. However, you can still hear me. You can still hear me talk. You can still have a conversation in this truck. If I was towing right now, there would be, it would be a bit louder, a bit harder to hear, but you could still hear me. And that's with no exhaust. The turbo is right here, and then the exhaust ends right here. What I did, I got the tuner, the H&S, and I removed the DPF. I didn't have another exhaust, and I just didn't bother with it. Partly because I didn't want to drop the $400 then. And I mean, I thought the sound would be cool. For anyone who really likes diesel trucks, who likes the sound of the turbo, I mean, it sounds nice. You know, and for people around who don't own the truck, who hear the truck, watch the truck, they say, wow, what is that sound? What's that whistling? Is that the turbo? And like, they really like it. Some other people just say, why is your truck so loud? Or they're wondering what's wrong with it. It does sound good to a certain type of people, you know, younger or diesel enthusiasts, people who just like turbos. I try and be really quiet at night around my community, but I mean, this thing's loud, right? And I do have a motorcycle which I try to use when it's not raining or not too cold. Try and cut down on the noise pollution, but you know, that's not always an option. Idling is not so bad when it's warm. You can hear other people. It's not that bad, but as soon as you start accelerating when you're outside of the truck, yeah, it's loud. All you hear is that big meh of diesel power sound. It sounds pretty menacing. As I said, on the inside, it's not that bad. The truck's pretty soundproof, even though the exhaust is like right there. For me, I like not having the exhaust. I still do. You know, a cold start just sounds amazing, and it reminds you what you're driving. You know, you're driving a big, powerful diesel truck. All right, this thing attracts attention. You could be 200 meters away from someone and they'll still be looking in your direction. Some of it's negative attention, some of it's like, what an idiot, loud truck, you know, disrespectful. Ricer comes to mind for some people, I'm sure. You don't want to be a ricer. And other people just think the truck's broken, which isn't good either. To some people, it's positive attention, you know, they look at, oh, what a cool truck, you know, I got the tires on it, 35s. I got back rack, light bar that turns green. I mean, it's a cool truck to some people. Something else that I found I would think is really important to talk about with not having the exhaust is the fumes. Do you smell it? Things like that. Short answer, yes. You smell fumes. Long answer, on a cold start. Okay, when you start the truck, you do smell it. You want to close the door as quickly as you can, or else a whole bunch of fumes are going to get inside of the cab. If you close the door and you turn on the circulation to circulate the air inside of the truck, you don't smell it at all. I left the truck idling. This wasn't cold. I mean, warmed up, the truck smells a lot better. It's a really clean running motor. So you don't really smell it. But I left this thing going while I was sleeping in it. I didn't mean to sleep. I mean, I could have died, sure, but you know, I had the truck for a while. You don't really smell fumes. And with diesels, the carbon monoxide levels are low, respectively. They're not. You don't have as much carbon monoxide as you would in a car. Another big difference is in a car, you know, a clean burning car with the catalytic converter, you can't really smell the fumes. In this, if fumes are getting into the cab, you're smelling it. And you know, good luck trying to die from carbon monoxide poisoning in a diesel. It's a bit harder to do. It's one of those things that aren't really going to happen. Possible, but. So with the doors closed, the circulation mode on, you're not going to smell anything in here. With that, like, I find it completely bearable. I would have no trouble living with this truck with the exhaust off it for the rest of its life. The smell, I mean, I get in the truck, close the doors, cold start it, press the circulating button, screw it. But I press that button and I don't find it bad. I don't smell it. I let it warm up to 50 degrees, the coolant temperature, and away we go. It's not a big deal. I can live with it. I like it. I like the sound. Listening to the turbo, I really, like, I can hear the turbo now. Faint whistle, and I mean, I like that. And the smell, it's not all that bad. You can deal with it. It's a soot. It's not that bad. It's under heavy acceleration, that first hit, before the turbo spools up, you get some you get some black soot, you get some coal, you know, and I mean, it's not the best thing, but I mean, if you keep the truck washed underneath, it's okay. It's not going to hurt it. That the sulfur in the soot is bad for metal components, but I mean, just keep it clean. You know, it's not that bad. It doesn't come out in excessive amounts, and I mean, if you drive it on the highway, there's no soot coming out. This truck burns clean. So a bit of black soot when you don't have a DPF, it's normal. It's really what tells you that the truck is running optimally. That's what you want. Just a bit of black. Just a bit of black. All right, so I'm gonna kind of wrap this up here. In conclusion, I love not having an exhaust. It sounds good. It really reminds you what you're running. With a bit of music on, you can't hear the exhaust at all. Not even loud. You can have a conversation easily. The drone's not bad. You don't smell it if you do the right things. However, it is loud. If you're around a community, it shakes houses. So, you know, depending on where you live, it may or may not be a good idea, or whether the truck is daily driven. Also, with a lot of new diesels, you might not be allowed to take the DPF off. If you're a Newfoundland Labrador, it doesn't really matter. So I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope it helps. I hope it helps swing some decisions around. It's an interesting topic, you know, not having an exhaust. It'll bother some people, and some other people like it. Some other people just won't give a shit. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my videos, you know what to do. Alright, you guys, you have a good day.
My papa told me, boy, you better use your senses. And I was on the right track. Then I hit it right back. They like, Luki, where your life at? I'm like, mama, gotta fight back. Cause nowadays these rappers ain't fire. Couple more years, we force them to retire. They keep falling.